sir.
I have a question.
Yes, brother.
Have you studied all the science?
I study the Quran, I study the Bible,
But have you
I
studied the
study
science?
some scientists.
I understand you study those books. Have you studied the science?
I study science.
But so, my just one question.
Mhm.
How do you know that that is the truth?
Because there is a prophecies in the Bible that's fulfilled. And nobody can, because the Bible is a 66 book
Right.
written by 40 different authors in a span of 1500 years in 3 different continents.
Right.
And with that, all of it, you can see the Bible have a one consistency theme message that's never deviate, that the human has sinned, human needs savior, the Messiah, he's the Son of God, he's the savior, he's gonna save that. These people, you have Daniel, wrote that in Aramaic 300-400 years before Jesus.
Yeah.
You have Isaiah, wrote that in Israel 700 years later, before Jesus. You have that written by Moses almost 1500 years before Jesus. So when you can see that consistency, then you come to archaeology and you see like a tablets and stones that actually confirm the stories of the Bible, what is written in the Bible. Like they have a tablet about the battle of David, house of David with the other nations. They have like an archaeology, the tomb of Caiaphas, the high priest who was in the Jesus, what they call it, trial. So we have all these archaeology. So we're not argue. We don't argue from a silent.
Right.
You guys argue from a silent. So I would recommend you guys go study. I'm not hating
I
you.
think
I'm
my
just
big
telling you
thing
go
is-
study.
I think to know the truth, you would have to study everything. You would have to study the science, you'd have to study the Bible, you'd have to study the Quran, you'd have to study all the different things and know about all of them to really know which one is the truth.
Yeah. And that's why, like, let's
Because if you
talk
haven't studied
about
on the
physics.
science-
I know you love science, so let's talk about physics.
Sure.
You know the law of the mass conservation, energy and mass conservation.
Yeah, I know of it.
When the law is saying the material, no material cease or created from nothing, they just transfer from form to form.
Yes.
So how come the first material came to existence?
But you're asking an unknowable question, and in science, it's okay to admit that we don't know.
So my brother, you also, that's why what I'm telling you, when I just brought argument, because this is argument, is coming, like also you have the origin of life. So you have the origin of life. We know that no life coming from non-life. But how come the first life came to existence?
Well, that's an easy question to answer. It came from activity and geothermal vents in the Earth's early environment that created organelles and different
Why
cell
we don't
parts.
have that happening today?
We do.
We don't.
No, we actually
We
do.
don't.
We have found it.
Do you ever went to like a bunch of, I would give you some water and dust and mix them and
It wasn't
make a
water.
life?
We've done that in a laboratory where you
Oh,
take
yeah.
some of the
Because
biological precursors to light
there is none
and
life
you
coming.
simulate.
There is.
You guys go study sciences at this point. I would recommend you, because honestly, I would recommend you to study some basic biology.
Literally a biologist.
Yeah.
There is a scientist. There is a scientist.
You're shaking
I'm
your
a
head when
physicist,
you.
he's a biologist.
There is a scientist also. You guys learn from these universities and scientists,
But the thing is,
and they are
if I
also
don't
confirm what I'm saying.
understand something, and the person that knows it, I would be like,
He's
oh,
only
okay,
using
that's
evidence that he.
I know. It's like, well, God.
supports your cause.
It's. I think what we can take away. You have some great points, and I really appreciate you sharing the points. I am going to like.
Yeah.
Continue
Do you guys know who Stephen Hawking, the physicist?
Yep. I know him.
Yeah. Do you ever read his book called The Grand Design?
Have you?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, I read his book, A Grand Design, and I also read the book called what's his name? C.S. Lennox.
Okay.
Sorry, John Lennox. He's also a scientist and a scholar, and he's a Christian scholar too.
Okay.
And he has a rebuttal books for that book, and I read both books. And you can literally learn a lot from these two book sources. I would recommend you, brother, personally, to read both of them and see what you get from them.
When did you read that in school?
I've read some other Stephen Hawking stuff, not that one, but
Yeah, I would recommend you guys to read that. First of all,
Is
we
God
don't.
all powerful?
Yes.
If God is all powerful, how come childhood cancer exists? And if God is all powerful, how come you can have genocide and Holocaust and mass murder? If God is all powerful, then how can these people do such an evil on your religion? Like, I think if God was all powerful, this wouldn't be happening, and you would be able to like study your religion in peace.
So